with preparing taxes is lack of familiarity. As I say, some people still prepare their own, and almost always with a software package. For people who are inclined, we always encourage them to do that. But it's virtually impossible to do a Massachusetts tax return by paper and pencil. It's so complicated. It doesn't piggyback the federal return like many other states do, where you basically take a percentage of whatever your tax liability is on the federal form, and that's what your tax liability is for the state. Well, Massachusetts has a million different ways of handling it. Each one requires a separate form and different labeling of the interest. Is it from a Massachusetts bank? Is it from a non-Massachusetts bank? There are all these subcategories that you have to check. So the Massachusetts tax return is horrendous. It is not simple at all. We don't hear about tax simplification in Massachusetts. There are a number of kinds of pensions that are not taxable in Massachusetts. They're taxable at the federal level, but not at the state level. Public employees' pensions in Massachusetts are not taxable in Massachusetts. They are at the federal level, so there are ways of coding that. If there's one thing that I think confuses people is the issue of taxability of Social Security. You know, if a person is living only on Social Security, and we meet those kinds of folks, it's very easy to jump to the conclusion that because my Social Security is not taxed, because I don't have any other income, to saying, therefore, no one's Social Security is taxed. But if that person has other income, then it could become taxable. And there's a formula which nobody knows. So one person's situation can never be generalized to say, all right, anybody else who gets Social Security, it's never taxable. Or I'm over 70, and so therefore anybody over 70 can never have their Social Security taxed. That's not correct. If they come into other money or have other taxable pensions or withdraw a lump sum from an IRA if they have one, or win megabucks or something out of the ordinary, believe me, not only will they be bumped up into a higher tax bracket federally, Massachusetts tax is level at 5.05% now. It's been ratcheting down.